Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now, deep ball for London. And he will go all the way. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. First and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting the third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll look to throw. That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be taken down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. It's something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Yellow.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Now this looks like a design run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Yellow. Hero 15. Strike.
To throw is Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 21-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. They get 14 on that hookup, and the Chiefs have a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build.
And he will score. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. At their own 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Look how everybody moves in sync on this play, Mike. You have the linemen hitting their pull blocks, the guys on the outside working one-on-one. They clear just enough room to let him hit it, and next thing you know, picks up the first down.
Now, faking the give. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now, deep ball for London. And he'll take it on in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Hardman now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
I don't need to. Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And that ball incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Patrick to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Let's go.
Mooney in motion. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and 11. Another run here for Robinson. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
A 24-yard attempt.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead.
Chiefs 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Right side.
Now, Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the 1st half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Mahomes on 1st down. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On first down, right back to Robinson. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Robinson. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. "21" is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. On the toss, it's Robinson. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hartman now to return it. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Hello. 15. What's that?
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This caught right side by Worthy. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long.
Easy. What's that?
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Butker now to add the PAT. The kick here is good. Add 1 more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow.
Harrison Butler at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. Oh,
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
they'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. London brought in motion. He'll drop to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Falcons.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their third quarter lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57. Right side.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 2nd and 6.
Right side.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Robinson. Room to run past midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Mooney in motion. That's caught left side by Pitts. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a 1st down.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
So, all my years, here's one that you don't see often. The field goal team on 1st down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Mahomes back. We'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Mahomes now on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to look deep. Going to Cup.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 37-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ripley. Right.
Throwing now, Mahomes. He'll get that one complete to Rice. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And here's Bijan. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6. 3rd and a yard. A give left side. Here comes Robinson. And he will score again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will add one more onto their big lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Hardman now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes this 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is brought in. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded and complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
Here's Pacheco. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They pitch it to Pacheco, and this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and
15.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Butker now for the point after. And he missed it. No good. The footing makes kicking very difficult. The snow perhaps playing in to that missed extra point. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And you could maybe put this one in the surprise column. They're a team certainly not accustomed to practicing in, much less playing in the snow. They had a game plan. They made it work. They're going to get out of here to warmer climates, warmed by a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.